All right, I am going back to the Dominican Republic. I was living there for about 3 to 4 years on and off, and now I'm making the transition back. But before I go back to DR, I just learned so much living there, and going back, I want my experience to be different. I want to be more intentional. Um, I want to be more disciplined. And those things start before you go back to DR. A lot of people they treat DR like a playground, go there and have fun. I did that for a while, but seeing all the content creators, seeing all the real estate investors emerge from the Dominican Republic, it told me that I didn't take my time there seriously enough. And this goes for anyone that wants to live in the Dominican Republic or another country. Having an opportunity to live abroad, to live in another country, is an opportunity of a lifetime. Most people will never be able to experience that. So, with that being said, whatever disciplines you need to incorporate, whatever you have to do to protect your income, do it because sometimes it might not even be money that might bring you back to the States. It could be something that's out of your control. I'm gonna go a little bit more into that later on why I left DR and why I'm transitioning back. But I just want to document the journey of me going back to DR and the things I'm doing to prep for that and how to do Dominican Republic properly. There's a lot of passport bros that are, excuse me, there are a lot of passport bros that I feel like are ruining the reputation of black men that like to travel or just men that like to travel, period. Or even men that want to travel and find love, because I'm not against that at all. I found my first wife in Dominican Republic. That didn't work out, which I'll get into later on. Nonetheless, guys, you have to make sure you go there intentional. Dominican Republic can give you everything you want, but it can also give you a lot of things you don't want.
All right, so I just pulled up at the gym. Now, one piece of advice I'm gonna give you living in Dominican Republic, don't be one of those, I got money and I'm a foreigner, so I'm entitled to any woman I want. Women down in DR are no different than women back in the States. Give them something to look at. So I'm gonna be doing core exercises. One thing that I need to work on are my legs because in DR you're going to wear a lot of shorts and you want to have nice looking legs. So I'm gonna be working out on my lower body and my core. But again, if you don't think fitness is important, then you're not going to get high quality women in DR. You're going to get women that only want you for your money and are not attracted to you. The reason why the women that I've always had in DR been top tier is because not only do I have money and I'm charismatic and I'm fun, but I'm also in shape. So currently I think I'm about maybe like 5'10", about 165, 170. But of course I want to get more lean. So before you move to DR, get the fuck in shape. Or your girl may get took by somebody like me, or not even somebody like you, by a Dominican guy. Because guess what? Their culture, they call them flacos. Like they like their guys slim and fit and stuff like that. Gordos, that means you a fat ass. So don't be one of those fat sloppy gringos. Get your ass in shape. And a tip that really helped me keep my weight and my fitness where it's at, it's all in the diet. You can go to the gym all you want, but dog food diet, eating food that is good enough to eat, and that's it. That's how you lose weight. That's how you stay fit.
So one quick hack when you're trying to make the transition back to Dominican Republic, as far as like getting an apartment, I rented apartments that had leases. I did Airbnb. I lived at hotels, resorts, you named it, I did. From my experience, it's better to do Airbnb and just do long term because you get like a discount if you do it monthly than to do the lease option because now you got to get the Wi-Fi in your name. Sometimes they do everything included. I had apartments that was all inclusive, but you pay a lot more and then you get cheap furniture and I like having that third party Airbnb to kind of like be the middleman because that's another thing. If you just have a lease between you and a local or a foreigner, sometimes it's not even Dominicans you're renting from. if you have issues, you don't really have anybody to complain to. Versus Airbnb, they're so afraid of getting bad reviews down there. They usually, I've gotten free nights from complaining. So I recommend you do Airbnb, and maybe, if anything, once you did the Airbnb for a couple of months at the same place, or you have a few favorite places you stayed at, negotiate, you know, off of Airbnb a direct situation with them, because Airbnb, I think, charges them like 20%, 30%, something like that. So you can use that as a negotiating tool. Like, hey, I could pay you cash, you know, I could pay, which will come out a little bit more for you. It'll be cheaper for me. Everybody wins. So yeah, I'm gonna drop some more videos on how to prepare yourself to move back to DR. I already live down there, so I kind of know what to expect from everything. I'm going to be moving to Santo Domingo, but I'm going to be all around the island, including Colombia, because that's one of the pros of living in Santo Domingo. You have quick, easy access to Colombia, and since there's no more Spirit, it's a lot more expensive to fly there from Philly, at least. All right, I see y'all guys in the next video.